Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the BYU Cougars offense will get the football first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
grabbed over the middle. It's Cantrell. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit, but talking to some of their guys too, David.
Turning it on! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
The defense selling out to stop it on third and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the second level.
You're absolutely right. Third and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. And the back that time hit the hole and showed off his speed.
Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lockett. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Here's the pressure. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down, and, of course, they're in field goal range.
The field goal is no good, and the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So the SMU Mustangs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off a defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country.
Breaks into the open. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Mustangs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll power it inside with the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. dropping back. It's Lockett. The screen, and watch out. Great reaction by this defense immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Cougars have this offense rolling. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Lewis. Still on his feet at the 45. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Past the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, SMU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy.
There he goes! And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying to impose their will with the run. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Back to throw, it's Lockett. Wide open downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Going right to work up top. They're working that left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because you can block, you can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and you can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the play fake on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Get the ball, you'll find out when your opponent does something like this.
And tackled there by the defense.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Cantrell. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
So I was playing deep ball.
Wants to throw. It's Lockett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
BYU has this offense clicking. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, defense. It ain't working. We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
Yeah, you take it in the center. I feel taking in the center.
The give to the back.
Like a slow thing to do.
Got some room entered to the goal line. He's got 50 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Which is played in 20% of games above 1800.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Look at all these moves that we can play with. Like we need to.
Pushes ahead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. With these last two plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board.
I think I would enjoy this. I think I would have a positive win rate because you get something like that free G4, G5, H4, H5, and it's just the opposite side of Prince, right? These games will be certainly played at advantageous.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped
at the 13. If you're wanting to play E4 and you're thinking Phil might be a problem, I don't know.
Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Phil will be a problem. But it's really a fun opening to play against practice everything.
It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team.
Which is the entire Woodloop has repertoire level in this channel. It is completely free. You guys can check it out.
And the returner will be brought down.
Led me to want to make this video because I really like the
open this drive from their own 42-yard line.
It looks incredibly fun to play.
Looking to pass. It's Lockett.
Reverse E4, E5.
With the catch, it's Lewis. Huge play
Yes, and there should
into
be
plus territory. They'll mark
battalion
him out of bounds at the
there is
46.
also the first opening that I have
Johnson setting up shop
is
at the
the switch
46,
game.
first and 10.
Like this, but I went for there should be 5 because I've seen a lot of grandmas.
Wants to go up top on first down. Dances away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first
So you
down.
can see when I'm playing openings that
On
I actually
second
do
down, he'll try to make the connection.
very positive win rate.
Got a man in the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short
win
here in
rate,
first half.
67% win rate, if I'm being really funny about it. No, but
To the air on
we'll
first
go
down.
through all of the variations, of course. The multi
Catch
defenses,
in the middle. It's
a lot of
Terrain.
variation. A lot of
Clock
sub
will
variation.
stop with his timeout from the offense. He'll get a chance to regroup on the
Very
sideline.
intuitive.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second
Very
down.
intuitive, as long as you're
Looking
very
to go
familiar
up
with
top
the
and time's running out in the half. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. BYU lines up quickly.
I assume that's just with people that don't want to learn theory.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
That choice, in my opinion,
He
is
makes a grab.
the reason I see tons of
Touchdown, Cougar.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
The defense
And that's
using
sick,
their
man. There's
second
not much
timeout of the
analysis
half
for
as
me
they
to
try to
give
get
on
their
that
act
take,
together.
honestly, other than that's a very important.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They boot it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Lockett. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
He's over 150 yards now. Featuring this guy, featuring this weapon. You know he's a mismatch, and you're going to exploit it. Great job by the offense.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal?
They throw in this group D5 to activate that vision. Sure, these kind of transfers into one another, but if not F6 is played in this
power ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple of times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
Looking for a man. It's Lockett. Fires into the end zone.
Touchdown, BYU! And I like to play costumes. They can't really take in the center.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense. Doing
evaluation
sheets
up on this one because of the rookie one, and now there's a lot of pieces in play. I think this would be different if they had
that's why they are dominating this football.
So you can actually prove that. Might be a nice thing to look at. I think we'll look at this anyway.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive.
I did chase, but today we get back at it and we get like a person.
Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
late or
Use the play fake. Now to throw.
97. It's a good spot.
He's got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Okay.
He'll go to work in the air on second down.
99. Don't get the 98.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking deep down the right side.
Up here, actually.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
A high kick trying to pin them deep.
But today we get back at it. We get like
really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Back to the ground game on the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. To the ground with the backs. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 22 to Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for a man. It's Frost. Here comes the heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lining up to convert third down. Dropping back, it's Lockett. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on third down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Bust through behind his pad. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Mustangs will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession.
It's a fumble on the play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll...
I'll talk to him in a second.
Possession. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
Yeah. You want to pay more?
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. And BYU will get the 1st down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down.
This is Mark from the permitting division of the building department here in Dorchester.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, hit the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day here.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range.
Proof that that's now their residence.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out.
Someone might not actually be living there, but
he splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of the season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent.
Like let's say Title Tuesday that I can make a video out of, or not. Usually I'll zone out.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know,
basically
this game is over.
just do nothing. I might read news.
But some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
There you go.